I will be the Hokage, I believe it. Welcome to the Zoia Show 2.0, Episode 2, spawning in the top right-hand corner map as the Red Zerg. From Team Acer, we have Nerchio. And his opponent on the bottom left-hand corner map as the Yellow Terran from Empire, we have BratOK. It's going to be a TVZ here on Shakura's Plateau. And this matchup has always been my favorite to cast for ever. I've never not liked casting it. And being that I was first a Terran player for the longest time, and now I've flipped to Zerg, I mean, I really understand this matchup from both ends. So if we were to pick any matchup for me to cast and you would want to get the most out of it that I could give as a solo caster, it would definitely be this matchup. So hopefully it is an exciting game. Two of these players are extremely good. BratOK, very good in Brood War. Always did well in the TSLs. I believe he got second in both of them, I want to say, in TSL 1 and 2, or maybe it was just second in TSL 2 and third in TSL 1. I don't remember for sure about TSL 1 because I didn't watch that one live, but I remember watching TSL 2. He did get second place to Noni. Nerchio, he's just been kind of this beast right now. Has a very creative style, especially in ZVP. Very powerful Zerg, one of the Foreigner hopes right now. Definitely want to say he's second best Zerg in Europe, next to Stefano. This guy is so good, so good. I believe he won Home Story Cup 5, if chat will confirm. For those of you watching on my YouTube channel, which is what this cast is for, I do stream these live. You can come watch at twitch.tv/Starcraftsquad, where I will chat with you in the chat. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And you get to see me nerd rage on the ladder. Also have nerdgasms when I own Terrans as Zerg because it's just so easy. Harvester count 15 to 14. Both players opening standard. No wall off here for BratOK, which is interesting to note. He's getting his orbital command up. No second barracks. He might be throwing down a proxy racks. Oh no, he's just scouting. Silly me. Silly me. Nerchio knows that it is cross spawns at this point based on the overlord positioning. Scouts that there is no hatchery here, so BratOK does know it is cross spawns now as well. Spawning pool getting close to finish. We have to keep an eye on multiple things here. When does Nerchio get his macro hatch? When does he get his gases? When does he take his third? Is it before the macro hatch? How long after the macro hatch will it be? You have to keep an eye on those things. We're seeing a gas expand here from BratOK, going with the 1 Brax opening, throwing down that second supply depot. Going to be a little bit of supply block here for just a second, but the supply depot will be finishing shortly. Double queen opener from Nerchio as well. Should be seeing him go up to at least 4 queens, maybe even 6. That's something I don't do enough as Zerg. I only open 4 queen, and then I just end up adding on additional queens for hatcheries I make. I never make additional queens for spreading creep. And I already have okay creep spread, but if I had, 3 or 4 queens, it would just be phenomenal. So I gotta start working on that. Yeah, he did win Home Story Cup, so that's what my chat is confirming for us. Now, for those of you in chat, I will go back to laddering after this cast, but right now we have double gas opener from BratOK. He is throwing down his 3rd CC. Very greedy build here from BratOK, but pretty standard from Terran players overall. It just happens quite a bit. I have Shakura's Plateau vetoed. I mean, this isn't a ladder map, or ladder game, because BratOK is yellow. This is either in a tournament, maybe a Zotac Cup or something, but this isn't ladder. I have this map vetoed as Zerg. I hate this map. Shakura's Plateau is so hard. So difficult to play, but Nerchio is a much better Zerg than me. He should be fine. Going for that double gas opener before macro hatch, getting them around 5:15. Normally I throw down my macro hatch around 5:30. Medic, you did win Home Story Cup. Good work, man. Creep spread started. We're up to 4 queens here for Nerchio. Will he go up to 5 or 6 queens? We'll have to see. Reactor Hellion going to be the opener from BratOK. Reactor started on that barracks. BratOK working on that wall off. 3rd command center warping into an orbital command. Double gas mining efficiently, of course. And the creep spread is going to be very important here for Nerchio. He has to spread it quickly down to his 3rd base. And instead of going for the macro hatch, he goes for a fast 3rd. And this can be good or bad. Some people are always like, well, when you're getting macro hatches, why doesn't Zerg just put it down at a mineral pad? Well, why not? When it's in your base, it's easier to defend. And say he relies on this as his macro hatch and not as a 3rd base at the same time. If he ends up losing his 3rd, that's also his macro hatch, you can lose because of it. You don't have enough production to keep up with the Terran. He'll just overwhelm you. So that's why you see a lot of Zerg players put their macro hatches in their main, put their macro hatches at their natural, because if they need to keep that hatchery alive. It's just purely for production. So we should be still seeing a macro hatch from Nerchio around the 11-minute mark, but he wants to go for faster, which is completely fine. Completely fine. Has he scouted the double command center opener? No, he hasn't seen anything yet with his overload. He knows that his opponent's still only on 2 bases, or at least has a second base up. But that's it. Now, first 2 Hellions moving across the map. This creep spread is already phenomenal for Nerchio. Getting it down his ramp. And if you can get it down your ramp before Hellions can deny it, you are in an excellent spot. We got a bunch of Lings about to pop out as well, just to clean up any early harassment. C6 started as well as Marine, so we will be seeing probably a BIOS. Yep, we're definitely seeing Bio now. That's the double engineering base. BratOK playing so greedy, doing a 3 CC opener, going Reactor Hellions, only building 2 Hellions, and then going double engineering bay without any other tech. So if Nerchio was to do some Roach Baneling Ling all in, he would win it immediately. Now, has BratOK has seen the 3rd base, so he does know that the 3rd is up. Creep spread is looking so good for Nerchio. If we look at that unit tab, he is still only on 4 queens, so he's deciding to transfer over one of his macro queens to a hatchery. Now we had Ling scouting up here, making sure there's no harvesters, anything crazy like that going on. Roach is in production here for Nerchio. He's actually committing to that Roach speed. Going to be using this to contain the map. And on a map like Shakur's Plateau, I definitely agree with that. You really need to have Roaches. Yeah, it helps control the map against mass Hellions. They're extra beef against siege tank timings. It makes sense, especially with this very vulnerable 3rd base. Still no macro hatch from him just yet. Should be seeing in another minute or 2. Baneling Nest started as well as an infestation, but he does have double evo with 1-1 on the way, melee and carapace. 1-1 started for BratOK. No armory just yet, throwing down 2 additional additional armory as well as 3 going up to 5 barracks. Now there is a change overseer in the base. He scouts everything. I mean, this could not have gone better for Nerchio. He saw both of the engineering bays. He saw every building production from BratOK. He's a beautiful null. He knows everything. 3rd base being transferred to low ground very quickly here for BratOK, and Nerchio sees it. So he's going to be sending over some Lings to harass this. There is 1 siege tank on the high ground. I love this positioning here from BratOK. So if Nerchio does try to break this, this is why I hate this map. Can't pressure that 3rd without Mutalisk. We are seeing a very fast hive here, though, from Nerchio. Wow, going at the 10-minute mark, 10.5-minute mark, this hive started. Ridiculous. Pathogen Gland started 1-1, about to finish. Spire started as well, so he will be going Gridlord Tech, and going for a fast 4th. And at this point, I mean, he knows how BratOK's playing. Taking the 4th base is smart. It is smart. I really like that decision. If we look at that income tab, 70 to 74, both players at that optimal harvester count. Maybe like 10 more drones for Nerchio would be a little bit better. It depends on what he wants to play mid-game out like. And we do have Lace coming forward, catching these 2 Hellions. Nice snag there from Nerchio. Siege tanks on the high ground. Still, this is just beautiful. The creep spread still looking pretty solid as well. BratOK hasn't done any denying of the creep at all. Now we're starting to see units being produced from Nerchio. Lings on the way, Infestors as well. Hive very close to finishing, as well as that Spire. Where did he place that Spire? There he is, at his natural. So he will be obviously going Broodlords. 4th base, getting close to finishing up. Gas already started. Nerchio knows he needs that gas. Overlord spread, I feel, could be a little bit better for Nerchio. As we can see, he's got the top covered very well. But if we look down here, it is not very covered. So drops from the bottom could really harass his 4th. And that's what Terran's goal is, making sure... I mean, you're not going to deny a Zerg from getting 3rd base unless you're doing some silly 2-base all-in. You're not going to do that. But if they're going for this mid-late game style, Zerg has to make sure they don't lose their 4th. And you're going to need the Overlords down there. Now, Siege Tank slowly moving forward for BratOK. Upgrades, he has 1-1 with 2-1, or 2-2, excuse me, halfway done. Stim Chest now finishing at the 1240 mark. Greater Spire halfway done, Creepers on the way, and this is the perfect timing from BratOK. He has to be careful, though. He does get a scan, sees that the units are at the Zelmaga Tower. Going to clean up a little bit of creep here. There are Infestors on the field. Oh, that Greater Spire is so close to finishing. Nerchio does not have much. He's been just playing so greedy. Hasn't really produced anything. Really wants to get out these Broodlords. That's what he's waiting for. He's got 40 Lings on the way. He is supply blocked. Oh, great. He's super supply blocked right now. 164 to 168. He needs to get these Broodlords out. There are no Vikings on the field. No medevacs. Just the first 2 finally. This shows you how greedy Terrans can be. Any form of early timing attack. Like Terrans are always crying about these early timing attacks Zergs do. But when you're doing this, I mean, oh, nice and infested Terran blast going on those siege tanks, picking off one of them. Creep spread still being pretty phenomenal here for Braddock. No drops just yet. And here we go, finally spreading out those Overlords on the bottom. So any drop, Nerchio's going to see. Supply 172 to 192. Broodlords are in production. They are morphing, whatever you want to call it. My chat's not talking to me, man. So sad. So sad. 2 Broodlords are done. 3 are about to finish. 6 more Corruptors on the way. Marines stepping forward, cleaning up some creep. This is what you have to do. You can't, like, walk openly on the creep. Lace coming forward, though. Siege takes a little bit on siege. Good fungal growth so far. More infested Terran going down. Going to end up taking out another siege tank with it. Oh, my technical too. Oh, that one barely just lives. Medevac count still very low. And the problem with this style from BratOK is he's just now adding on a 3rd and 4th Medevac. And there's Broodlords on the field. How are you going to stop the Broodlords without Vikings? And you can't afford to not make medics at this point. I'm sorry, Dark Blaze. Like, I'll try not to do that anymore. Oh, Siege Chase being cut on Siege here. They are sieging up. Lings are forced to pull back. Broodlords slowly poking forward here to the Siege Tanks left sieging. They are the sacrifice of this army. Nerchio is max now, so is BratOK. 4 bases mining officially. No 5th or 6th base just yet. Don't even believe he has a macro hatch at all. Nerchio looked like he got dropped there for a moment. He did. Double medevac drop moved out. He was ready for it, though. Here comes the Corruptors. There's nothing here to stop this. There are a couple Lings, but will it be enough? It's 2-2 versus 2-2. Nerchio has not started 3-3 just yet. Fungal growth goes down, but he's going to need more than just an infestor here to clean this up. He might lose that queen. He's already lost a head full of drones. Oh, good trade there for BratOK. And in the meantime, he was pushing on the creep, catching a Broodlord out of position. Oh, no, Nerchio losing bit by bit. 77 drones, or 75 drones and 77 harvesters. Creep spread completely cleaned up. BratOK doing a phenomenal job. And the problem with losing queens at this point, guys, is he doesn't have that macro hatch. So right now he's only holding off. His only production is just from like injects. He's been missing injects, so he can't afford to not have queens right now if he has to remax very quickly. First Corruptors coming forward. Broodlord's getting a position. Infestors lagging it behind. Only 3 in this army. Plenty of links. 3-3 just now started, where 3-3 is about to finish for BratOK. So this puts Nerchio at a scary situation. He has to really control these Broodlords perfectly. A lot of these Siege Tanks being picked off. This Broodlord control is phenomenal from Nerchio. Siege Tank Fire is doing a lot of damage. Oh, but the Marine's trying to come forward here. Where are the Lings and Infestors? I guess he doesn't need them. Broodlords are good. He's going to completely push off BratOK. And here comes the Lings as the Siege Tanks are unsieging. Oh, what a beautiful play here from Nerchio, doing so much damage to BratOK. BratOK is expanding everywhere. Going to be putting a planetary fortress here. He has his 4th base, taking his 5th. Nerchio is going to try and take out the 4th base here for BratOK. Going for that bunker. He needs to be careful not to lose any infestors. There's a huge clump of Marines here. Will he get the fungal growth? Nerchio is going to try and kill off his opponent right now, but the Corruptors have been cleaned out. There's only 5 left, actually. Good fungal growth on that clump of Marines. Should be getting another one soon, and this is the problem with that late starport. But it looks like it's just barely enough. He forces the command center to pick off. Nice repair, going to save that. And he forces Nerchio back. Supply 162 to 144. Good fungal growth again. Picking off a lot. Here comes the reinforcing link. Should be able to clean this up again. BratOK falling down the 133 supply. Great overall aggression there. But at the same time, oh no, there was a drop at Nerchio's 3rd. Harvester kill tab. BratOK's killed 13. We look at the income tab. Nerchio's down to 58 drones. Oh, BratOK showing us that you can still fight your way back into a game. You can afford to drop. You have to drop in this situation. Creep spread almost completely cleaned up. Oh, this one creep tumor. Play him in 30. Thank you, medic. I think this replay will be done before then. Now we do have a orbital being warped in the top left at the 6th base relatively for BratOK. We're going to be seeing Nerchio pushing forward again. No bailings in this competition. Remember, guys, 3-3 is still not done. During that entire time, BratOK had 3-3. Think of what if Nerchio would have got his upgrades a little bit quicker. He would have been in an excellent spot. But these SCVs being taken out so quickly. Let me remove that worker kill tab. That command center will fall. Will the infestors get the fungal growth they need? Nice surround here from all the Marines, but will Nerchio have enough to push them back. Thor's getting nice volleys on these Corruptors. Looks like the Marines are being cleaned up. The Infestors are doing what they can. All the Vikings fall. There's just so many Corruptors here. Good funnel growth so far, but it looks like the Marines aren't going to die just yet. But he does force the third base to lift off. Nice control there from both players. BratOK having an amazing surround. Still sticking in there. His mech upgrades are at 2 attack. He's starting to get that +1 air weapons for the Vikings. I don't believe we have any spire upgrades. No, we do not. Income tab 70 to 58. Nerchio got back up to his optimal drone count at this point in the game. He's still only on these 4 hatcheries, though. He really needs to get a 5th or 6th base. Because if he stays on this many bases this long, yeah, he's got this death ball, but look at his bank. Normally you see Zergs at this point in the game, floating 2K, 1K. He doesn't have a bank in the slightest. He needs to start expanding more. He needs to get more production out. He is max, but you have to be prepared to remax quicker. Planetary in the middle of the map, going to help give some map control. Broodlord's going to poke the top left-hand corner base. Very nice. Ling's catching some Marines here. Beautiful positioning here from Nerchio. And what I think is going to happen is BratOK's just going to push across the map. Right now, he's not going to be able to kill off this command center just yet. It's being repaired in great amounts. And Nerchio's going to have to back off. So BratOK holds the command center and forces Nerchio back. And he's going to try and engage him here. Oh, but Link's coming forward. Nice funnel growth on those Vikings. They're all clumped up. Link's coming forward. There's so many Infestors here. He has to control those perfectly. The Vikings are completely cleaned up. And Nerchio needs to be careful because BratOK is going to try and gun down a base. Upgrades are still tied 3-3. The 3-3. But there is air weapons for BratOK. No air upgrades just yet for Nerchio. Marines are going to try and slap this hatchery, and if they can get that, that's his third base. But good funnel growth, so you might be able to save the hatchery. No, it does fall. Supply 183 to 107. And, I mean, BratOK is doing what he has to. This puts Nerchio, on 2 mining bases. This is mined out. This has been mined out. So when this gets back up, Nerchio is going to be on 2 bases. And nothing is more cost-efficient than a Terran army. So if he can keep Nerchio on these 4 bases somehow, and just make him mine himself out, look at this. BratOK has this one Broodlord. That is awesome. A 1 Broodlord with a champion. Darkblaze, you're so angry, man. So angry. Income tab 67 to 33. I'll keep trying to make it seem hopeful for BratOK, but this is looking pretty bad. This is looking pretty bad for our Terran friend here. Supply 195 to 106. Now Nerchio is mined out, or not mined out. He exhausted his bank. So if BratOK can find a way to engage this army efficiently, he needs to not be losing Marines like this, though. Nice funnel growth there from Nerchio, taking on those Marines. Broodlord count is up to 11. And it's looking like at this point this is just too much for BratOK to deal with. Even though he's done an excellent job of keeping Nerchio on 4 bases. Hey, Visions. He's done a great job of keeping Nerchio on 4 bases. The problem is he let Nerchio get the 4 bases without any harassment. He didn't drop enough. He was constantly dropping this base, but this base just now being dropped for the first time. Gonna do a little bit of harassment here. Maybe not. He lets Nerchio see it, and if he can get the unison, oh man, BratOK, you had the potential to do a lot of damage there. But at this point, you're just gonna lose all those units. Ling's getting a huge surround. Crupper's taking out the medevacs. 2 full medevacs of units getting taken out. BratOK's gonna try and push on the map at the same time. Gonna gun for this base, but there are Infestors in position. Nice fungal growths here, and with this many Infestors, he should be able to clean that up easily without even Ling support. No medevac supply, 88 to 192. And wow, that was a wild popping noise. We should be seeing Nerchio move across the map soon. He's max. He's starting to get that bank up like we were talking about. Now he's on 5 bases. Has 3 mining, currently retaking those gases. Should be seeing him take a 6th base at the same time. We have Seeker Missile on the way, but it just looks like it's going to be too late. BratOK down the 97 supply. If you look at that income tab, 18 SCVs mining. Not looking good for him. Now here comes, should be the last engagement. Broodlord's doing a good amount of damage here. Gonna go for this mining base over here. And BratOK's gonna do the one thing he can do. He's gonna go for a base race. That's really the only option he has. And it makes sense. So Nurture's going to try and send back only his infestors to defend. Nice fungal growth on those Vikings. Only a couple fungals is needed. Corruptor should easily beat off these Vikings. Beat them off hard. Oh, Nerchio never researched Baneling speed, but it doesn't matter. BratOK's not paying attention. Oh no, BratOK. Losing so many units to speedless Banelings. Don't question me, Tinzu. And there's the GG from BratOK. Nerchio, with 185 supply, wins that game. The problem from Nerchio, or from like BratOK's position there, was, I mean, he let Zerg get the 4 bases. I mean, he didn't even have a macro hatch. He put all 4 hatcheries at mineral bases. He did nothing to stop that. I know he went for a super economic build, but if you're going to do that, and you're going to let Zerg get this massive death ball, you can't take an aggressive position. What Nerchio or BratOK tried to do, he tried to push that creep before he was maxed out on upgrades, had a the solid composition. And from there, Nerchio was able to beat him down. I feel like if you're going to go this Marine tank style, with all of like the fast eco, you should keep going eco. Take more bases. Just kind of take a huge defensive posture, split the map where you have all the bases, and then harass your opponent to death. Never try to just push across the map, at least on this map versus what Nerchio was doing. Well, I mean, Nerchio did what he did versus what BratOK was doing. So maybe that's how you're supposed to play this. Also, BratOK should have dropped a little bit more, but overall, it was very well played from both players. But Nerchio coming out on top. So that's going to be it for this cast. I will be doing another one tomorrow for my YouTube channel. So thank you for YouTubers for watching. For my stream, I'll be doing one more ladder game before the Play M Daily. I will be playing in that. See how far I can get. It's the first Play M Daily I've played in so long. Other than that, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my Twitch. I love all of you. Follow me on Twitter, Zoia Starcraft, and for the Fireland, the Fire Nation.